Nah, don't worry about it. I'll just hold the thing.
Just prop it up to a book or
Bro,
your
you hold a
TV.
race car for 2 hours. You can hold a
Yeah, I
phone
haven't
for
got the
15,
arms to
20
hold
minutes.
this. I just can't. I'm a precious driver. I just can't get over how precious, like, people of, I can't get this thing right. It's really annoying because I try to look at myself. But, yeah, how precious drivers are.
It's always
Including
got to
me.
be something.
It's just like how precious human beings can get if they think they're in a position of privilege. They think they're in a position of privilege. Human beings get very precious.
Well, who were we just talking to? Oh, we were talking to, it was either Ray Evernham or Brad Daugherty, that they like to make fun of people like that, in which you're having a conversation, let's say on the grid with somebody or just wherever, and they think a lot of themselves, and that Ray and Brad will just let them go and let them keep talking, and they go, wow, yeah, that's interesting, tell me more. And then as soon as they turn around, they're like, what a friggin' wanker.
That's right. That is right. It is. It's very interesting. But, it's human nature. People, the good thing is if you can check yourself and realize, like, yeah, I'm just totally precious and make fun of it. If you're being precious. I remember once I did to Meryl Kane. Like, Meryl, you need to give me more time when I'm something. And then I just stopped and go, God, I sound like a wanker. I sound like a precious driver. He just loved it. Like, it's just like, yeah. I said, God, what a wanker I am. But it was pretty awesome.
Will Power, who's the most precious driver now? Is it Alexander Rossi or is it Colton Herta?
I wouldn't say Colton at all. I don't think Alex is just that. Alex is not precious. He's pretty good. I don't know. Newgarden, it could be precious. No, I shouldn't say that. He's just going to totally take me out now.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know who's precious in the field. I just noticed it over my time. Just are we actually going? Is this a show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've been on the show for 15 years, Power. That's how we roll.
It just starts.
Yeah,
Just goes.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it starts.
Well, there you go. I'm precious. Yeah, I don't know who's precious, but people are.
Nobody in IndyCar is precious. Come on. So let's give us your impression of who is the most precious in Formula One or NASCAR, places where you might not get as in trouble as IndyCar.
Formula One. I don't know. I don't know any of them. Like, they're probably, I'd say, yeah, you just don't know them. I mean, they're obviously all hard workers because they got there. So, you should be a little less precious just from that fact. You understand what really hard work is, but it is amusing when you become, I'm talking about myself, you become precious because you think, yeah, I'm talking about years ago when, last year. It's changed completely now, like a totally different person.
Hold on, though, Kenny. Hold on. Let's go back to a precious time in Will Power's career. We just hit the 10-year anniversary of...
That's not precious. That's just telling people what's up, how it is. That's the opposite of precious. If precious, you would be bitching. I was just straight up like, yep, this is how I feel. This is what I thought of that call.
Mm-hmm.
Take it or leave it.
I really like the way I'm playing with my phone, like just trying to get my face exactly in the middle.
Leave it there. You won
Right,
Indianapolis. Can you not afford a damn tripod, Will Power?
I have. That's what I said. I my wife bought one, but yeah, I can't. Yeah, I've spent all my money. Like, I've got no money. I thought that's what you do when you make money. You just spend it all on things.
Wait, that's not you, Will. I've seen your Instagram. That's your Amazon stuff coming to the front door. That's not from you.
It's not from me. No, actually, I don't spend. I am like, I could live in a little apartment and, live on next to nothing. I would actually be fine with that. The only thing I need is to be able to do some sort of competition or motorsport that keeps me going. But apart from that, like you don't need it. It's great. It's great to have money. I'm not telling you should just get rid of it. You probably should keep it if you got a lot of money, because it is great. Like, it's a lot of advantages to having money, but I could do without it.
What about Liz, though? She couldn't do without it, huh?
Well, she got the kids. She got 2 kids, me and the little guy. So that's why she needs the money. She doesn't spend any money on herself. It's always for other people. She's not a indulgent person, let's say.
Wait, you dropped something in there that she's got 2 kids, you and somebody.
I know, I like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, she has. Look, yeah, she's got 2 kids.
She's raising you too. Is that what you're saying?
Well, she's like, she says to me, it's like shoveling snow when it's snowing, having me in the house. That's basically it.
So she looks forward to race weekends when you get out of the house.
Oh no, she comes. She comes to the motorhome, and same thing, shoveling snow, man, and it's snowing outside. It's not. But I'll tell you what, like she really allows me just to focus on racing. That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You look pretty laid back today, Will Power. How long does it take you to recover from a race? Some football players can't get out of bed till Tuesday or Wednesday after a Sunday game. Does it take you that long to recover after a race?
Well, yeah, actually, it does. It takes you till Wednesday to get just back to normal. I'll give you that. It does take till Wednesday to feel good again. Because it is really tiring. I'm very tired right now. So yeah, the races are very tough. Very tough. Like, it's almost like going out in the night on the drink, because you dehydrate so much and you don't sleep much. Yeah.
So all those stories that people who don't know better, when they say that all you do is sit and steer a car, they don't really understand what's going on. You got a lot happening when you're out. The competition, the heat, the physical ability to steer the thing. You're doing a lot of work.
It's you are. It is way more physical than anyone knows. Like, way more physical, especially IndyCar. It's probably the most physical form of motorsport there is, because you don't have power steering. If they gave power steering, it would make a huge difference. But it's the weight of the wheel, and then the G-force on top of that, and the heat because of the cockpit now. It's a lot more physical than anyone can imagine.
Has there ever been a time where you've gotten out of a race and you're recovering that you had to reflect on, man, this felt like the bender that I had when I was 22 years old. I had so many beers, it feels like I am just hungover as hell?
That's after you've hit the wall and you have a bit of a concussion. That's honestly, like, that's why I don't drink any. I haven't drank anything since 2015, except on the podium over a little bit of champagne sometimes. But if you go out drinking the next day, it feels like you've had a concussion. It's the same thing. Like, I don't think it's good for your brain. I don't think it's simply not. And that's why I don't drink anymore. I don't, not that I drank a lot in the past, but yeah, when you go out and you have a big night, it's just terrible for you. Not enjoyable either. You don't really have good conversation when you're drunk, to be honest. So yeah, I just don't even really like the feeling of drunk.
Are you a bastard when you're drunk, or are you a nice? Were you a nice?
It's
drunk?
been a while, Kenny.
Well, he still remembers.
Yeah. When I was young, I was just out of control, like just absolutely. You see my emotions sometimes outside the car. Well, yeah, put that on steroids and you got me drunk.
It could be pretty funny.
It's nuts. It's nuts, but yeah, it's not why I don't drink now. I'm just too old, man. Too old. Trying to look after my body. I want to live till I'm at least 50. So, trying to look after myself.
Some of the guys in racing are just getting going good at 50. You got plenty of years.
Well, yeah, I hope. like, wouldn't it be nuts if you could even just win? If you won a race when you're 45 years old, it'd be pretty amazing.
Oh, hello, Elio.
Oh yeah, that bloody little. No, he's exactly Tom Brady, right there. Yeah, he's on top of the world right now at Elio.
Well, Jimmie Johnson is
Jimmie
there.
Johnson?
You're racing against him, and he's past 40. He's up there.
Yeah, Jimmy had his best weekend. He was actually pretty good. He was like, that's because that would be, he tested that track and he's raced that and he came back and he was having a good race. Like, he had a really good weekend. I was actually really impressed because it's such honestly a nuts task to try to do. Like, to try and learn that whole craft of IndyCar is such a different animal. I think obviously he's a phenomenal talent, so he would apply the same strategies of learning that he did when he was becoming a legend in NASCAR, and you can see it coming through. I was really happy to see him do well. You want to see him do well.
Will Power, when you're out there racing and winning in the front of the line, you're running a different race than some of the guys at the back of the line, like Jimmie Johnson. Do you ever worry about them, or are you just out there hitting your marks, setting your times, and getting to the victory circle?
No, Jimmy's very much on my mind the whole race. So the only time I'm worried about them is when I'm coming around and if I'm leading a race and they're there. If someone's in front of you that won't get out of the way, it's always a tough situation. But it's a rule. It's a rule. If you watch the race on the weekend, you can spend a couple stints behind someone and they don't have to get out of the way.
It's great.
So what do you do? There's no chrome horns in IndyCar. What do you do to move people out of the way?
Well, I wouldn't say there's no chrome horns. I mean, if you watch Nashville, I moved a couple of teammates right out of the way. Yeah. I honestly, I said to myself, I need to win a race before I speak to Roger again because I didn't see him after Nashville, and I actually went and did that. So now I was like, got to build a bit more credit. I was like, hey, Roger, sorry about that last weekend, but try to make it up this weekend.
Hey, I think you're in okay with a couple of cars and some damage after Nashville now that NASCAR has destroyed his curbing at Indianapolis. I think this is probably your best time to go talk to him. All good.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'll be good. I built good credit. But
Crasher, you bring up a good point, and Will, I'm sure you being the forward thinker that you are, you saw that curb blowing up in the Cup race. You think, now I'm not on Roger Penske's mind anymore. Right. I got the win. NASCAR's blowing up his track. Now I can go talk to the captain, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The curbing, is perfect for IndyCar. I think just the way the NASCAR splitter is tore that thing up, just one of those things. First time for Cup cars around there, but easy fix.
Statman, I know it's on your mind. I'll go ahead and ask that question. We had AJ Allmendinger on Sunday night after the Cup race, and basically he said this, and a number of other drivers say this, where people are bitching and moaning about the curb blowing up. It's like, well, if you're a driver and you know certain aspects of this track, why don't you just stay the hell out of the way with that curb or make it a minimal hit on the car versus trying to ramp up and go Evel Knievel on it? You're the driver. Steer away from it.
Yeah, that's true. If you're concerned about equipment, you'd be doing that. It's a bit of a difficult corner to do that, but simply one splitter would have got under there, and that was the that's what caused it. The way how low they run that splitter, it just gets under that thing, and that's an easy fix, very easy fix. But as you saw, I mean, they took it away. It was fine.
Right.
The announcers were saying that the drivers won't know how to drive the course because they took that curb away. That seems a bit silly. A driver can drive, and knows what's going on the racetrack, and they took them around there 10 or 15 times to say, hey, this has changed. Does that matter to a driver?
Yeah, no, I don't think that wouldn't have been an issue at all. Yeah, not at all. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who said that. Like, yeah, I don't think it would be an issue. Yeah, it wouldn't have been. Like, it was perfectly fine.
Statman's just laughing because Statman's not necessarily the biggest fan of announcers. Sometimes announcers just talk to talk because they have a lot of time to fill and they don't necessarily say anything that makes sense. Yeah,
I mean, I actually did some announcing at a go-kart race. It's very difficult to keep coming up with stuff to say. Like, it's really hard. You got to start just berating people, and you just got to start being really controversial and this sort of thing. Create arguments amongst the other commentators to keep it entertaining.
Which is why people enjoy Paul Tracy. Love him or hate him, he's enjoyable.
Yeah, Tracy's I like Tracy, and he's kind of like me in a way, the way he would drive, except I wasn't as bad as him, but no, just kidding. But I like Paul. It's good to have that dude up in the commentary box. He knows the game. He's driven for Roger. He's driven for a lot of teams, and a controversial sort of guy, really. Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Will Power joining us here in the Freak Nation, Lucas Oil Studios. Will, are you wearing any pants?
I am today. Yeah. Normally I'm not. Normally I just have the underwear on, but yeah, I got it there. Yeah.
Hey, why don't you show us around your little trophy room there, Broham? You keep showing them off over your shoulder. What you got? What do you?
Can I actually turn this camera around?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Dude, you're the social media pro.
Yeah.
There actually isn't. It doesn't look like there is a way to turn this camera around.
Oh, bummer.
The hell do you have? A flip phone?
Yeah, that's all I can afford right now. Like I said, I spent all my money.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't work. That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't you have... All right, Cam, here's another one. No, that turns it off. Here, let's go like that.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Cool display. Mm-hmm. That's the Indy road course win in 18. The 500 win, championship. A cool painting of me and the little guy. A bunch of trophies. Bunch of pole awards. A couple of more trophies. Plenty of Pocono trophies. Look, two of those birds. One up there. I don't even know if you can see anything because I got that phone facing this way.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
So you got the championship trophy next to the fireplace. Some people use it for a doorstop. At least you have a little more respect for it than that.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of helmets too.
Oh,
cool
nice.
Dude. Cool guys in amongst there. But yeah, that's my basement.
How often does that helmet exchange happen between you and other IndyCar drivers? I see a few pictures just every once in a while on Instagram or Twitter. It's kind of cool that you guys do that.
Yeah, it is cool. It is. I really, I like to swap helmets with all the guys I compete against. So I'm in the process of doing that. I've swapped a lot of helmets. Yeah, I probably got, what have I got? 3 and 20, maybe 20 guys I've swapped with.
Damn.
Pretty good.
That's
Nice.
That's pretty expensive. Those things are like $1,000 or more. You swap with somebody, they give you a $2 helmet. That's not
well. That's a concern when you swap with like a jockey. They just give you a little round one, and there's no paint job on it either. Like, it's a way worse helmet if you swap with like a guy that won the Triple Crown. Something you got this, but it's what head that helmet went on that matters.
That's right, it's Oldies Radio.
Where is
And
this
remember,
place?
it's Big Bingo Day at the horse
There
track.
it is.
Life can be full of surprises for you and your vehicle. With Lucas Oil's Octane Booster, you're ready for them.
Lady, you're holding up the line. These guys are racing for pink slips.
Bring it on, Sonny.
Lucas Octane Booster eliminates engine knocks in cars of all ages.
Go!
It provides a cleaner fuel burn and improves performance, taking you to the finish line. Take home a winner with Lucas Octane Booster.
Are you doing this on a bear rug?
Yeah, I know.
What is that you're sitting on? What the hell is that?
It's an actual bear. He's just sleeping. No, it is a bit. It is funny. I got this thing here.
You look very comfy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's now. I'll move the bear.
No, it's
hide,
comfy.
the bear hide that I got.
Are we going to talk any racing, or are we just typically going to do a
We've
Speed
done a
Freaks interview?
little.
Have we even started it yet?
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. We're just chillaxing.
Hey, Cindric is a tall bitch, bro, man.
Yeah, he's like 5. He's like 6'5", 6'5", I reckon.
Is that why he's not an IndyCar? Because he's so damn. I mean, Justin Wilson was a tall SOB, but
Yeah, I
Cindric,
reckon
is that why?
Yeah, they would have been about the same height. Those two guys. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Austin's big dude. He comes out and races the go-karts with us, though.
Wow.
He bought one of my. I got my own kart brand called WPK, and he runs around out there. He's pretty good.
Okay, that's interesting. So Austin Cindric's kart is a Will Power kart.
Yes, so is Scott McLaughlin's.
Oh, well, of course, Scott
Yeah.
would be.
And Newgarden's talking about running Vegas in one of my karts as well. So got the big names in there, man. Big names. I wish I could sell a few more, but got the big names in there.
Whoa,
We have sold
serious.
quite a few. We're actually tough to get them in the country right now.
Why is that? Oh, well, everything
Italy,
shipping wise.
just everything shipping wise is really hard.
Hey, why don't you do
That's
something
pretty
like
cool.
Will Power, like Ray Evernham and Tony Stewart in the SRX series, but do the Will Power celebrity karting series? That'd be badass.
We've been kind of thinking about stuff like that. I mean, we're thinking about starting a kart team. It's huge over here. Great karting scene, like unbelievably competitive. Some really good, talented kids in there.
Yeah, there's some good tracks around central Indiana. Obviously, I would assume North Carolina's got some. You just mentioned Vegas. I mean, yeah, there's some good stuff going on with karting in the country.
It's all over, like everywhere you go, all over the country. There's kart clubs. There's, national series. You got SCUSA, you got USPKS, are the two big ones, and big events, and just really good talent. Like every single driver in just about every road course series in the world race go-karts. A very important stepping stone that I like to give back. And I paid for a kid to go up and race at the SCUSA round at Indianapolis this weekend. I saw a kid that was doing really well, has no money, and said, I'll pay for your weekend to go up there and race, because I thought he had a lot of talent.
Oh,
What's
that's
the biggest
cool.
thing that translates from karting into Major League Racing? I've always been told that it's momentum, to carry the momentum without so much braking and acceleration. Is that the biggest thing you learn when you're in karting?
It's everything. It's not just momentum. It's not one thing. Like, to win at the top level of go-karting is really hard. Like, really hard. You got to get everything right. You got to get the setup right. You got to, nail it in qualifying on the right lap on the tires, the pressures, all the driving details, the racecraft. There's so many things that translate from go-karting over to racing cars. So many things.
It's important for you to feel changes in the car in your butt, because that's going to translate when you get up to the bigger cars too, right?
Yeah, all that. The feedback you give when you're trying to set it up, and even just working on the go-kart to get some mechanical knowledge. There's many benefits, and that's why I still do it. There's many benefits that help you translate. It's the best grassroots racing for road course racing there is, and it's relatively cheap.
Well, since we're not going to talk any IndyCar, any racing, we'll a little bit on this. What Kyle Larson is doing on dirt, whether it's sprint cars or World of Outlaws, I don't give a damn. You put him in a car, he's going to win the sumbitch Cup car. Now there's a lot of speculation that they're trying to get the dude into the 2022 Indy 500.
Yeah.
Your opinion on what Kyle Larson is doing for the record books, and two, how well do you think he would do in an IndyCar at the 500?
I think he'd do really well. He's just one of those guys that have a tremendous amount of natural ability, and anything you put that guy in, he'll be very good. I've actually seen him race go-karts out at GoPro, and I think he was really good too. So
In one of your carts, because clearly that would matter.
It was not one of mine. That's why I didn't win that day. But he did well for not being in one of mine. No, but that would be. I think, as you saw when Kurt Busch did it, he did really well. And, he had a good car, obviously, but he has, those guys. I actually look forward to Jimmie running an oval because I think, it's right in his wheelhouse. And he's had so much experience of, feeling the car on a road course where you can actually move it around and get a feeling of its limits. I think, he'd have an upper hand on anyone right now that was coming from NASCAR. So, but Kyle Larson, I was really excited when I heard that. I think he'd do well.
Romain Grosjean was chasing you through, obviously, the Indy road course. He got himself another second place, but this weekend is his debut on an oval. Has he picked your brain, or do you know whose brain he's picking in order to get more oval knowledge before finally getting himself on that surface this weekend?
No, I haven't spoken to him. I'm sure he's spoken to some other drivers, but it's a good oval to start on. It's like a road course. You have to downshift into turn 1, 2, and then you kind of wide open in 3, 4. But definitely a good place to have your first run and try to get an understanding, of what makes you fast on an oval. Which is, it's all about understanding the car and working with your tools and tuning the car as you go through a race. So I feel like that's the biggest. The toughest thing to understand is what to change as you go, actually. I think that's where experience counts.
I think we about run out of things to say, Will. Any
questions? We've been going 31 minutes. That's nuts. That went quick,
crazy.
Man. That went really.
We'll have to start talking racing if we stick around longer. Who wants to do that?
Right? Just another insane interview on Speed Freaks. Do you guys actually edit this, or it just goes out as is? That's what I wonder.
At about
it's live.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Everybody's watching now. Yeah.
We've been live for the last half hour. We didn't tell you.
No, I was just like, I wonder if they're going to edit this, or it just goes out as is. Just keep complete randomness of any subject that you can pull out of your head. You guys should get my brother on here.
I would love to get you. I would love to get you and your brother together.
Oh yeah, that'd be a disaster.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be gold.
Absolute disaster. Yeah, no, he'd probably do it. He'd do it.
Is your brother still playing the comedy circuits?
Oh yeah. He's still doing lots of stand up and writing. He's actually a writer, so he writes a TV show. He's been working with HBO on a TV. He wrote a TV show. And they paid him to work with the director to finish off the first season. So we'll see. He's got to go through all the steps. And as you know, in the I don't know if you guys know, but in the television business, it's not done until it's there on television.
Oh, so
it's going through all the various things you got to go through. But
see, that's what IndyCar needs. Formula One's got Drive to Survive. NASCAR's got several other documentary-type series going on. They've got Pitbull behind them now. We need your brother to do something humorous IndyCar-wise, whether it's for Netflix or Hulu or somewhere. Yeah. That could really be good.
Well, it is actually based on IndyCar, Indy Lights and IndyCar. That's the premise. Yeah, if you can believe it, yeah. It's about it's actually, the thing is, it's about a family. It's a female driver, in the first season, and she gets pregnant from one of the other drivers that she's racing and doesn't tell anyone, and then she's racing while pregnant. Then the brother's racing also, and they're in competition, and it's just it's kind of a drama comedy. And he wrote that fully done. Like, they got paid good money to write it. That's awesome. And work with the director, and it's going up all the different channels. But he said HBO is, I think, is Google taking over HBO or something? He said they're in the middle of an acquisition, which is making it tough for him, because they're kind of picking what shows they will make next season, and he's hoping that his one will be one of them.
Oh my God.
Racing while pregnant. That's a whole nother term.
Pretty nuts.
Threw that into the mix.
Yeah, I mean, he was in it. He was interviewing different drivers, and he was speaking to female drivers and trying to understand, how it is for them and all that, and team owners and everything. Yeah, he full effort he put into it.
See, and now we can take Hinchcliffe's wife. She's an actress. Make her the female driver. Boom. And it's full circle.
You could, yeah. Yeah, no. He's already got an earmark for it, so.
Who would play Will Power in this HBO dramedy?
Well, I want to say, I think he said, because it was kind of based on, he did it because the original script was, when he wrote it before he went to HBO with it, was actually based on our family, because myself and my dad were kind of nuts when we were working together prepping our own race cars, and Dane, my brother, found that very amusing because we would always be fighting and arguing, and it was just a complete, absolute, I want to say, shit fight. When we went racing, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, that's where he got the comedic value out of it, the way we would carry on. So he based it on it. I think he said the female driver was based on me. I think, don't quote me on that. I think that's what he said, because I think it was Sarah Jessica Parker's production company that picked it up, and they wanted a female written into it. So yeah, I've probably just totally ruined it for him because I put this out live.
I was thinking,
he's probably just lost the deal. It's like, well, how can we put this out? Everyone knows the premise now, and they know the girl gets pregnant by that driver. It's just, he ruined it.
Oh no! To see it come to comedy, that's what we all want. So that's cool.
Yeah. But the HBO is probably watching this right now because that's what they do. And we're like, oh man, yeah.
So, did you break some news in here?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I probably just ruined it for him. I'll have to pay him a lot of money. Cost him millions of dollars. He was going to get a deal and be a writer for Hollywood. Yeah, no. Probably was going to get a part in the script.
Right.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, not anymore.
Time for another interview. Liz, come in and say, shut the hell up.
No, it's actually my mother-in-law. She was here looking after the little guy because Liz is out getting her nails done.
Nice.
And I got to watch my little fella, make sure he doesn't tear up the house, and he's got to watch me for the same reason.
Best job there is. Best job. Yeah. Keep Dad in line. That's right.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Well, Will, why don't you go out and win another damn race so you can get back at the Freak Nation? We could talk about absolutely nothing for 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would actually like to see people's comments on the times that I've been on here. If it's just like, we have to switch off after 5 minutes because they don't talk about it. It's just random stuff.
Well, that was Seinfeld. That was one of the biggest shows in television history.
Oh, it was, brilliant. And that's the show that was the sort of brilliance I just ruined for my brother. The same thing. It was going to be like that. Randomness. No.
All right, man. Well, go take care of your little one, Will Power, here in the Freak Nation.
Awesome.
All right, bud.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
See you, man.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.